Hey, what's up guys, 45Civic here, and today we're going to be doing the settings for the LG 45Gx950A. Before we begin, I do want to do the HDR calibration settings video, and I might do like an even separate video going into more detail oriented of this, but this doesn't just apply to LG monitors, but this actually applies to basically any HDR monitor that you get. And depending on the values that your HDR monitor, even if you have the exact same one as me, the values and numbers might be a little bit different. So basically I'm just going to go over how to specifically dial in your specific HDR calibration settings, and then we're going to go into the onboard settings when it comes to the monitor and different stuff like that as well. So first and foremost, the white block and the white block over here, it's kind of like overblown, overexposed. It's going to be kind of hard to shoot. I wanted to do this video kind of like on monitor instead of like off monitor, like with a camera instead of that, so I can showcase you guys what to look for. And just because you might not be able to see exactly how I see it, I'm going to explain it in vast detail for you so you understand. Okay, so first and foremost, right here at the beginning, you can see a white square with gray markings inside of it, almost like a cross. And then right here, it's just a white square. I don't know how the camera's picking up because, as I said, it might be overblown or whatever, but that's what you're supposed to look for. So basically, the gray scales are supposed to disappear over on the, and it's supposed to be like where you just see totally white, like the end. So this is starting and this is goal. So we're gonna get started. Right here with the black block, same logic's gonna apply. It has over here instructions. If you see the gray scales, that's not how it's supposed to be. But the thing that you don't wanna do is you don't wanna grab it and then just pull it all the way over, because like you wanna get it to the point where you can't see the black right as it disappears. Like I can still vaguely see it, So then the value, oh wait, it is basically to the end. Yeah, I guess that's 0. Okay. That's just how it happened that way. That's not how it's always going to happen. Depending on the specific display you have, it might be a little bit different. Depending on how good the black levels are or how good the white levels are. So right here, I could go all the way to brighter, but that's not where it is. So this monitor's brightness looks like it's around 840, 850. And it looks like we get to that point at like 840. I think that would be like a safe bet. Oh, sorry, this just turned off. Let me turn that back on. Right here, max full frame luminance test. Right here, looks like we're gonna get about 850 for the max luminance test. And if you do have this panel, then you can definitely use the exact number settings I'm telling you. Then again, values might be a little different on your monitor, but you are pretty safe to use these exact numbers that I'm using. So it's looking like, see at like 8, you can, that's what I'm saying, man, the brightness is just like blindingly bright. But like right here at like 800, you could still vaguely see it. At 820, it kind of disappears. 830, kind of. So I feel like at this point, 830 or 840, you would be fine with either. I'm gonna go with 830 just because I can't seem to see it. I can't. Then right here, you want to adjust the color saturation. Now this one's kind of tricky and can be like personal preference as well. I don't like my image to be too saturated, but then again, I don't like it to look like it has a loss of color. So for this one anyway, I feel like any point between like 60 and 80 you would be ideal. Just for like a middle ground, I'm going to choose 70. You can go 80, but it might be a little too oversaturated. 60 might be not too void of color, but you want that extra punch of color. Like I know realism, ideal, exactly how is ideal, and if you're going to be doing mostly photo editing and different stuff like that, but like I'm somebody who plays a lot of games, so I want that punchy color. So we're going to do just that. Then right here, since it's my LG Ultra Gear, I'm going to name it LG Ultra Gear Plus. Okay, and then finish. That's my color profile associated, and then we're done with the color profile. So next thing I want to do is showcase you guys the graphical settings that you guys can expect. And I haven't done the gameplay showcasing this yet, but I will do this game. Don't worry. I know a lot of you guys want to see it on here, and we'll do some walking afterwards. But regardless, for the LG settings, which is coming across very nicely right there. And I'm sorry if the sun is kind of overexposed or whatever. I'll try to adjust that in post or whatever. But regardless, for graphical setting, for game settings, what you're gonna want to do is Gamer 1 is nice, but I really feel like, and it says Visa Certified Display HDR, so that's like the default, like out of the box. But I feel with Gamer 1, it loses that kind of like punch of color that competes with like QD OLEDs, and it might not be like totally accurate, I guess, but like ideally I like the Gamer 2 because it gives that extra punch, even though like realistic games like Cyberpunk or Red Dead Redemption that I really desire. Adaptive sync is on. That helps with that's a VRR, I believe. That's just another name for it. And it says note that screen flickering may occur in a specific gaming environment. I have gotten that before, but that's just something that with these DSC monitors that comes with it. Black stabilizer. I've seen a lot of people have been asking me about this. So honestly, I would either keep it at 50 default or 55. Depends on what type of games you're playing. In Assassin's Creed Shadows, when I have it on 50, when it's like nighttime, like it's very hard to see anything at all. So I have it at like 55. That's at the point where like black levels might be raised just a little bit, but it hasn't been to the point where it's been like a hindrance. And I wish you can move it at like single digit numbers, because like on like every other display I have mine's at like 49 or whatever, even on my A95L, but it's regardless, whatever. Then right here on picture settings, picture adjust, I have brightness at 100. Just keep it at default. You want these monitors to be able to hit their 1300 nits, even if it's in a 3% window, it's small, whatever, blah, 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 blah. Peak brightness at high. Again, you're buying these monitors for the brightness edition. Sharpness at 50. For some reason, gamer, let me show you guys this. In game mode, Gamer 2 by default, the sharpness is at 70. Please lower that to 50. I legitimately thought there was something wrong with my monitor when I first booted into Gamer 2 mode. I was like, oh my goodness, did I waste $2,000? But no, it's just, I have no idea why they said at 70 at the default. That's just very bad. Okay, so this one is very user specific or whatever. I don't really personally like what warm and cool does. Medium is very nice, but what I find with medium is that, well, that's what I'm saying. It's user preference, because honestly, I legitimately don't feel like you can go wrong with either medium, which is in between warm and cool. But like when you have manual, and like manual is like, you know, goes left to right, it really feels different. Like, and I don't know if the camera's picking up the very subtle difference of it, but you can like pick it yourself. So it really just depends on what you want to go for. Honestly, now that I'm going in this game, because most of the other games I've played, manual's been like the most ideal thing for me, but like right here in Red Dead Redemption, honestly, medium's good. So like, honestly, it just depends on the specific game that you want to play. I don't really like the way cool or warm looks, but if that's like your preference, you know, that's whatevs. Right here, aspect ratio, all these stuff at like default, picture and picture mode. I might do a video about that if that's something you guys want to see. General settings. So I haven't really touched any of these like screensaver settings or whatever, but like you can basically just tinker depending on how, where you are of like burn-in with the screen move and screensaver and all that different stuff like that. OLED image cleaning basically does it like every time the monitor turns off. I don't have the hexagon lighting on. Input compatibility version, you should have it on 2.1. That you do need a newer AMD card, or not a newer AMD card, because previous generation actually supports 2.1, but I don't know how good of frames you're going to get on an 11 million pixel monitor. But make sure if you have an NVIDIA 5000 series graphic card, you do have, oh sorry, that turned off. You do have input compatibility version 2.1. I've seen on Reddit some people are having issues with that. I haven't personally had issues with that myself, but I know that that might be ideal for some people. So make sure you have these tuned in, and you know, like the 10-bit HDR and all that different stuff like that on video settings. So this isn't the Red Dead video and whatever, and the peak things are overblown, but this kind of gives you guys like a little idea of the color quality and different stuff that you can expect. And like, it does kind of look washed out, but that's literally just because of the lighting of the game right now and the hazy kind of like sun in the distance or whatever. If we were, say, somewhere like it was like bright or whatever, it would be like a lot punchier or whatever. But like, this is like basically, from what I've dialed in, like has color accurate and while also keeping that gamey punchy look as well. But regardless, thank you guys for watching. Next week I'm gonna try to have my early impressions video out, and then there's also a surprise video that a lot of you guys have been asking for. It is going to be a ridiculous undertaking, so I'm going to try to get it done, but if I don't, then it'd probably just take a little longer. It's a surprise, so I'm not going to say what it is exactly. But regardless, thank you guys for watching, and if you guys have any specific questions that I can answer specifically with this monitor, please make sure to comment that below. Now, saying that, I hope you guys have a great day.